Hey guys, welcome back to the workshop, and today I'm gonna be... Well, what is this right here? Looks like some sort of a flamethrower that I'll be teaching you how to make. You scared? Well, you should be, because it's cheap and it's fun. In all seriousness though, guys, I'm gonna be teaching you how to make one of your own. So the design is inspired by the Boring Company's Not a Flamethrower, and it's kind of reverse engineered to work like it. It's gonna be pretty cheap and pretty effective, and I'm pretty sure it works the same way. So if you cannot afford or cannot find the Boring Company's flamethrower for sale, maybe this could be a fun weekend project for you. Mine is made from readily available items, so if you really wanted to, you could make it in a single day. So let's begin. We have a roofing torch. You can buy this on Amazon or any building supply shop, and then an airsoft gun. I picked this one because it kind of looks futuristic, and it has rails that we'll be using for attaching the fuel tank. I will align the torch so the trigger mechanism will be aligned with the actual trigger mechanism on the gun. Now the problem is with this particular gun of choice, I didn't really think about it, but now I see it might be problematic, is that it has a collapsible stock. So what it means, it effectively halves our usable space within the gun. So I'll have to either really shorten this part or have some sort of hose thing extend through here or here into the fuel tank area.
My fuel of choice are disposable propane tanks with a Lindahl valve, popular in Europe. Please research what's the cheapest and the most convenient way of storing gas in your area. Same goes for airsoft guns. You can use a Nerf gun if you want something more extreme looking, or if you're set on having the Boring Company's flamethrower, you can use the CSI Star XR5. Injection molds take a lot of money to make, and that's why the Boring Company just reused the Star XR5 with some minor alterations. Here you see me disassembling the burner and removing the igniter. We will be reusing that in the finished product. Now these burners come in all shapes and sizes, longer ones, shorter ones, and with curve or straight ones. This one had a curve, and that we need to fix. I didn't have a pipe bender or anything, so I just clamped it down in a vise, and the metal was soft enough to yield. It took a few tries, but in the end it straightened out. Next thing we'll be working on is the fuel supply. I'm cutting away the fuel supply pipe and mounting a hose instead. This way we'll be able to keep everything inside the gun and keep the stock foldable. You should be using a hose tail fitting, but since this part of the system won't be pressurized, I think I'll get away with a simple hose screw clamp. So we have a fitting already in place on the hose. I'm just gonna put on a little valve here. The valve I'm using is from a Rothenberger mini set. Alright.
So during my test outside, the trigger mechanism of the first burner felt a bit flimsy, so I got myself another one. This one felt a bit more robust in the shop, so I went ahead and bought it and went through all the same steps. But hopefully now it's gonna be a bit more reliable and more controllable. So as you see, this torch is quite longer than the first one. Actually, that's a blessing in disguise, because I'll be able to just cut here and then make it just the right length from the start.
After some cleanup with the file, it's time to braze on the nozzle. The silver melts and binds the two pieces reliably.
So, brazing went okay. I think I attached the nozzle bit already. Time to try this baby out.
It was a bit windy, but the torch felt way more controllable, so now that we know that it works, time to make it fit in the gun. I'm gonna start with making the trigger compatible.
So this is how the trigger mechanism looks up close. As you see, it moves up and down rather than side to side, so we need to modify it to make it work like an actual trigger in the gun. Now it's time to bend.
There's not much material left, so I'm bending it really slow to avoid any cracking. Trimming off the excess, and that's much more like it.
And now it's time to make it all fit.
So our job now is to remove the least amount of material we can while making the blowtorch fit. You don't want to remove too much and lose the rigidity of the body. I've also cut out holes in the sides of the panels for the idling valve. This way you'll be able to easily reach it and micro-adjust the flow of gas to the nozzle. I'm gonna put the igniter in the hollow part of the body where the magazines are supposed to go. And I'm gonna reuse the same metal holder that we removed in the beginning. Seems to fit and work fine. So in theory we're kinda done. Now it's time to reassemble it. You can also add a bicycle water holder for your propane tank. I'm just using a Velcro strap for now. Also, make sure your spark igniter is still working. But here you have it, a pretty clean looking, not a flamethrower. You could shorten the barrel, maybe give it a new paint job, but to me it looks cool as it is. And now it's time for some sick-ass slow-motion shots. Honestly, this project was pretty simple, but super attention-grabbing and really fun to make. But, of course, it's kinda dangerous, so do everything you see here at your own risk. I wanna try it out on a real target, but like marshmallow on sausage, you kinda seen those on YouTube already. So if you have any cool ideas for targets that I should burn, please let me know in comments down below. And here are some night shots. It just feels so intimidating and impressive just to see the flame right in front of you, roaring away and just lighting up everything. Really, it's quite an adrenaline rush. And my only regret is that I didn't build it before the New Year's Eve. So thank you for watching, guys, and please let me know if you found this interesting or if you'll actually make one of your own. And if you burn your house down, please don't come looking for me. I have a few cool ideas in the pipeline that I'm gonna be uploading on YouTube. And so if you're curious, please follow along and subscribe, and that would mean a lot to me. That being said, see you next time.